Y'all told us Jalen Hurts was trash last year. Now he makes the top 5 list, and y'all still mad? What's going on, folks? This is Coach Marcus for Pro Fan Talk, and the list just came out. Top 15 players by the NFL. I went live with this last night, so definitely check out that video. But just to kind of get focused in on it, the one thing about this is something that's voted on by the player. You have to take all of this into consideration. You have to take the bias into consideration. Me and my boy Chucks had a good conversation about this on Twitter this morning. You're always going to have bias. What happens, though, is the bias kind of cancels itself out. So if you ask somebody on the Eagles, who's the best player in the league, who do you think they're going to say? They're going to say Jalen Hurts. Now, the one thing that surprised me was Chris Jones said Jalen Hurts. And you think he would have said Patrick Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the league, bar none. Patrick Mahomes is doing video game type stuff, and that's taking 0 away from Jalen Hurts or Justin Jefferson or everybody else on this. Patrick Mahomes is doing it on another level. However, in that Super Bowl, Jalen outplayed him until that last moment where the defense couldn't show up. So Patrick Mahomes did what he had to do and won that game. Arguably, and rightfully so, it could be said, or it could be argued, would the game have went the same way if Patrick Mahomes would have been 100%? Probably. But you can't say that because it didn't happen. Can't worry about it. The one thing you got to remember, this is voted on by the players. And when I say the bias cancels itself out, is if you ask everybody on the Chiefs, there's going to be a high percentage of players on that team that's going to vote for Patrick Mahomes, because that is a legitimate choice. He's on your team. But every now and then, just like Chris Jones, they'll put a ballot in the basket for Jalen Hurts. That's what takes Jalen Hurts over it, because now you go to the other teams that don't have an MVP candidate on their team. That's where you see the separation. That's where you see Justin Jefferson, rightfully so. That's where you see Travis Kelce and Joe Burrow, rightfully so. So the bias kind of cancels itself out, because on every team, there are going to be players that vote for their guys. And it's supposed to be like that. But it's everybody else that you look at. Because the one thing I say is everybody on the team watches film. Everybody's seen film of Jalen Hurts. Whether you played the Eagles or not, everybody's watched film on Jalen Hurts, I guarantee you. So everybody's got a decent enough opinion. And if you're going to throw the bias out there, I'll take the bias. But I'm going to take the bias for somebody that does what I do, from my peers. To me, that matters more, opposed to media heads, people on YouTube, even the people that's doing what I'm doing. Because let's be clear about this. The YouTube community and the online community, now they're making a lot more sense than the people you see on TV, on ESPN and all of that kind of stuff. Those are the people that don't have credibility, or the influence that they used to have is going away, because the guys in this medium on YouTube, me and you watching this and doing the homework and watching film and all of that kind of stuff, we can get the same information they do, and we can get it out faster than they can, and we can garner a bigger audience. So now the fan and their opinion matters, if the opinion is based in. So that's why I say do your homework, watch film, and you have to be able to go a little bit past it. The fandom is always going to be there. There's always going to be people that think Jalen Hurts sucks, and they're supposed to. They're not fans of his. That's the way it works. We're always going to, Eagles fans are always going to think Dak Prescott sucks, and if it wasn't for him having such a successful year, his rookie year, things would be a hell of a lot different. So fans are going to think what they want to think, and they're supposed to. But at some point, when you're not arguing with fans, you want to talk football, you got to stick with the facts, and you got to stick with so the fact that Jalen Hurts is in the top 15 voted on by his peers means a lot, because like I said, you want to get respected by the guys you go to war with, or the guys you go to war against, because at the end of the day, you talk shit when you on that field, and when you at the bottom of the pile, trust me, as a running back, I know when you at the bottom of the pile, it's some grimy business going on there. But at the end of the day, you're going to walk off that field and shake hands. So there's a level of respect when you go at it. You took my best shot, and I took your best shot. And whoever came out ahead, came out ahead. Usually, a lot of times it's not that smooth. Bad calls, things of that nature. That's part of the game. A lot of times it sucks, but it's part of the game. So, but the important thing here is that you're talking about a list of people that were voted on by their peers as the best of the best. That's all that matters. The fans can disagree with that, and they're supposed to. And this isn't a end-all, be-all, de facto list, because like I said, these players got biases, but I take this because they're doing what I do. They're on the field, they're watching film, so their opinion matters more than any other. So, as usual, if you like this content, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell, and I will see you on the next play.